How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another nightly review. Today I will be going over the Golden Knights' 4-2 loss to the Los Angeles Kings. So, you know what? We're not going to do this how I usually do it, okay? We're going to cover just one period. Just one. Just one. And that's going to be the second period. We're going to cover the second period. Because, well, we'll get to it. Okay. So, going into the second, it's 2-0 LA. Okay? Golden Knights have another bad first period. Let's get into the second, because that's what we really want to talk about. By the way, it's Fleury versus Peterson. Alex Pietrangelo in his first game back. Kind of looked like it was his first game back. And Ryan Reeves got injured before the game. So the Golden Knights were playing with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. I don't know why they couldn't just unscratch Dylan Coghlan. That doesn't make sense. Seriously, if a guy gets injured in Warmouth, you should be able to unscratch a guy. But, hey. So let's get into the second period. So it actually starts out pretty good for the Golden Knights. Athanasiou hooks Pacioretty. It was a good power play. The Golden Knights got some nice chances. But after that power play ends, they're still down by 2. Pacioretty got a very nice chance. And then Marc-Andre Fleury absolutely robbed Lias Andersson. Velarde got a chance. And McNabb and Petro both got chances. But eventually, it is William Karlsson from Jonathan Marchessault's Shea Theodore. And it's 2-1. Great. The Golden Knights, they're pushing back. And they're getting chances. Then the Kings push for an answer. Pacioretty was stopped on a 2-on-1. And then Athanasiou puts one on net. And these 2 goals for Fleury were pretty rough. Athanasiou put one on net. Fleury decided to stand up instead of going to the butterfly. So he stands up with the puck between his legs, and Anderson Dolan just goes, bloop, and it's in. So that's 3-1. And then the Golden Knights decided, well, we tried. And yeah. And so Fleury stopped Anderson Dolan. And then Peterson stopped a very interesting tip where it was a really good save. But, man, should be 2-1. And then Doughty hooks Tuck, and the Golden Knights go, okay, let's have another good power play. And immediately after that power play, they give Iafallo a breakaway. As soon as the power play ends. It was the worst minute and a half I think I've seen the Golden Knights play this entire season. The last minute of that power play to Iafallo's goal was probably the worst minute and a half I've seen them play all season. It was horrendous. And then it got even worse. Because immediately after, Chandler Stevenson, with about 3 minutes left, decided, I don't want to play the game anymore. So he went and he straight up elbowed Bjornfoot right in the face. Against the boards. I don't think I've ever seen Stevenson hit someone like that. And not only that, that's one of the dirtiest hits I've ever seen a Golden Knight throw. What the hell was that hit? I get that you're frustrated, but what were you doing? So Stevenson not only gets kicked out of the game, but that's a major penalty. Very warranted. I think Bjornfoot left the game. He was pretty shaken up getting off the ice. But, so the Golden Knights give you hope in the beginning of the second. They are the better team. They're getting the chances. They score. They're only down by 1. And then Anderson Dolan gets a goal against the play. And it's over. The Golden Knights throw the game at that point. And then Stevenson just puts the cherry on top by getting probably suspended. I haven't looked to see if he got suspended today. I'm sure it'll come out later. I would not be shocked if he's suspended 2 games. Maybe 3. That's a dirty hit. And listen, I like Stevenson. I like Chandler Stevenson. He's a very good player. But that hit is unacceptable when you're down 2 and trying to come back. In fact, by that, they're down 3. So they start off the third on the major. Somehow, the Golden Knights penalty kill, it's really good. Their penalty kill is really good. They killed what? Like six penalties last night? 5 or 6? And no, the Kings got nothing going on any of these power plays. But it's weird. They're worse defensively 5-on-5 than they are on the power play. Now, in the third, they tried their comeback trick that they've done like the past month, and it just didn't work. Now, Theodore got a goal, and it made it 4-2, and that's the final score. But, man, that was a rough game, dude. I hope they're better tonight against Minnesota, but they're not inspiring a lot of faith after that game. Now, Fleury had a bit of a rough first 2 periods, not going to lie. He really picked it up in the third. Fleury had a very good third period. First and second, the third and fourth goal. Listen, I'm not going to blame Fleury entirely for the fourth one because it's kind of a breakaway, and he tried to go for the flying poke, and it didn't work. It's not always going to work, so I'm not going to fault him too much for that one. But the third one, there's some mechanically wrong stuff with how he handled that third one. Now, granted, Fleury has been incredible this year. He has. And I'm not going to say he's like a horrible goalie and we need to trade him after one game. I'm not. Because Fleury has been very, very good this season. And he can have an off game. He's allowed to have an off game. But the Golden Knights need to realize that in the first and second period, it is just as important to play the full 60 minutes as it is to play the last 20. So, these third period comebacks, while they're great and exhilarating, they need to stop. They need to stop this because it's not going to happen in the playoffs. It's not. It's really just not. There's one game that the Golden Knights have played in the playoffs that I can think of off the top of my head that was notable at least, where a team in the game came back down 3 in the third and won the game. Guess which one? Anyway, just a horrible game. A horrible, horrible game. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I hope they do better against Minnesota tomorrow, or tonight. But Minnesota's been kind of a thorn on their side. I hope they can beat them. I'm rooting for them. I'm not going to not root for them. I think that tonight is either going to be horrible again, or they're going to put up one of their best games of the season. So, yeah. Now, before I end this video, I want to cover one more thing, because it's important. At least, I think it is. So, yes, the day before yesterday, they sent Glass down to the Silver Knights. Why? The last game against Colorado was Glass's best-looking game 5-on-5 of the season. I get he hasn't performed very much 5-on-5, like points-wise. I know he scored most of his goals on the power play, if not all of them. But he still has the second most points of any player in the bottom 6. Like, there's Tuck, and then Glass and Nosek are tied. Nosek has played more games, though. What are we doing? We're sending him down to generate confidence? He plays a great game and we send him down? Why? He is never going to get confident in the NHL if he doesn't play. That's not going to happen. Cody Glass, every time he starts getting on a roll and starts turning into the player that we want him to be, what we think he's going to be, they send him down, or they scratch him, or they put him on the taxi squad. Now, I understand that the cap situation for the season's a little iffy, but what are we doing? Putting Cody Glass into the minors does nothing for him, and it does nothing for the team. It's not even about winning. When he has the second most points out of anyone on the bottom 6, how can you say it's about winning? He's the only player besides Nosek and Tuck with 10 points on the bottom 6. So, just a perplexing move. Now that Stevenson is getting himself suspended, most likely, and the Rebo's gone, of course Glass is going to play. And maybe they'll put him between Stone and Pacioretty, and Glass will really find his stride. Or maybe they'll try him between, Marceau and Smith, and they'll put Carlson with Stone and Pacioretty. It could be interesting. I think Glass, this could be a really good opportunity for him. But he needs to get confidence 5-on-5. He needs to get confidence in the NHL. And he's not going to do that unless he gets games. And guess what Guess what he did last night in the Silver Knights game? He's played one game with the Silver Knights. Scored a highlight reel goal, like between the legs. Why is he not playing? He put up, 2 or 3 points last night in the Silver Knights game? Why is he not playing? So, obviously, he's great at the AHL level. He has the skill set to be great at the NHL level. Some of the passes that he has made this season, incredible. But he needs to learn to do that more and in other situations. They need to give him a chance to play. So, I'm not exactly too hot on the Golden Knights right now, as you can see. But, yeah, also, White Cloud went to the bench. It looked like some kind of teeth thing to go get repairs. I don't think he came back to the game. I hope he does, but they better not get rid of White Cloud. So, yeah. Or he better not be injured is what I mean. But anyways, guys, that is it for this one. If you want to get my thoughts on the game during the game, you can follow me on Twitter at 2_pad. And that's it for this one, guys. I will see you next time.